Oh, hey, I'm so sorry. You you caught me wrestling my friend the cow. Did you ever wrestle a cow? No? Did you ever fight a bull? No? Well, someone said the other day that they needed to grab the bull by the horns, and I said, "Why do you want to grab a bull by the horns? Aren't you afraid of getting hurt?" And they said, "No, silly. To grab a bull by the horns means to take charge of a situation, usually with force and with vigor. Or grabbing a bull by the horns refers to managing a situation or a problem using your strength and your determination." We could say this: it's time to take the bull by the horns and get this job done. Or, you know what? You've been complaining about being out of work for too long. It's time to take the bull by the horns and go find a job. So when people are using this phrase when they're challenging others, they're basically saying, you know what? You just got to do it, right? Grab the bull by the horns and just do it. Now, the exact origin of this phrase, to take the bull by the horns or grab the bull by the horns, is unknown. However, it's possible it could have come from the sport of bullfighting, where the bullfighter would just wrestle the bull to the ground by grabbing it by the horns. Or others believe it could come from the American Old West, where the cowboys wrestled with cows and steers in order to brand them. They would throw them to the ground, often by grabbing them by the horns and pulling them over. Well, wherever the phrase began, it is about taking control. And it is about managing a situation, even if it is a hard and difficult situation and it might take some work. You know, the Bible has some things to say about doing what we can to take control in a healthy way. Proverbs 16:32 says, better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city." In other words, wisdom and patience are very good. We need to use our mind to think through how we address situations. It's not always about our strength, but it could be about our wisdom, even as we attempt to grab a bull by the horns, to be a patient person and to be having self-control. And we are also encouraged to be alert to what is going on around us. 1 Thessalonians 5, there's some verses that say this: "So let us not be like the others, they are asleep. Instead, let us be wide awake and in full control of ourselves. Those who sleep, sleep at night. Those who get drunk at night. But we belong to the day. So let us control ourselves. Let us put on our chests the armor of faith and love, and let us put on the hope of salvation like a helmet." We want to be careful in how we address situations. If they need to be addressed, we may need to charge in and take care of it. But we want to be people who have wisdom and people who depend on God to help us. So using the gifts that God has given us to address some of these situations. You know, we do have the promise that God is with us in power. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "God gave us his Spirit, and the Spirit doesn't make us weak and fearful. Instead, the Spirit gives us power and love, and he helps us control ourselves." We're also encouraged to work hard at what we do, just like an athlete. Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 says, "All who take part in the games train hard. They do it to get a crown that won't last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever." You know, in your life, don't be afraid to take the bull by the horns. Don't avoid doing the hard things that need to be done. But as you do those hard things, know that God is with you. You can depend on him to equip you, to help you face those situations, to use your wisdom, God's wisdom through you, and to be wise and self-controlled as you face these hard situations and as you grab the bull by the horns. So today, I wish you a day that's filled with joy and a day that's filled with peace. And I pray that in whatever you do, you'll be able to take control of whatever situation you may need to handle today with God's help. Hang in there. Have a great day.